Be honest with me for a second, you are addicted to your phone, aren't you? Well, no shame, most of us are. There's a good chance your dopamine system is so cooked you're probably watching GTA cars jumping through hoops while listening to this. But it doesn't matter. Do me a favor, remember the last time you consciously looked at your phone and thought, damn, that thing can do more than Bonnie Blue does, man. The point is, we take portable technology for granted, as it was always meant to be. But what if I told you none of this would have been possible if not for a failed startup from 30 years ago? Let's take a look at how Apple started a revolution on a too ahead of its time stolen design, became the most valued and known tech brand, shaped the world we live in today, and doomed you to become a screen-addicted junkie in the process. Okay, let's rewind the clock a bit. Imagine you are in 2005 and good old Steve comes up to you and says, hey, we're making a phone, it will run apps like a computer, it's all touch-based, and we're going to need a new operating system with a state-of-the-art design ready for mass adoption. If you're not freaking out at this point, let me remind you how tech looked at that time. Slow, laggy, it takes ages to do the simplest tasks, and you need to spend some serious hours to memorize one OS. Oh, and did I mention there were multiple on the market? What do they have in common, you might ask? Well, less than Disney and good Star Wars. Android doesn't even exist at this point. And don't get me started on the physical keyboard. You had to press one button up to 4 times to type one letter. The biggest issue though? Most people are still living in the Stone Age compared to modern us. Yeah, the PCs are slowly making their entry into every family's house, but they are mostly used by parents who do work or your older brother to play CS 1.6 instead of doing his homework. Knowing how to create a folder was considered black magic then, and 90% of people viewed personal computers as a nerd machine, not something you'd be spending most of your day around. And let's be honest, why would a truck driver need a ginormous Windows PC? Do you see what I'm getting? This is our big question. How do we make a design that is easy to learn, navigate, and makes average Joe's day-to-day tasks 10 times easier?
To type on this little image of a keyboard, and I'll just type Mac's birthday here to show you how it's easy to type quickly and accurately, fluently, without making a mistake. The best way to engage the user is through their senses. People love graphics and sound, so your intelligent mailbox out in the cloud can respond differently to an urgent message.
Wait, slow your roll for a second. Cloud? An on-screen keyboard? Do you know what year that is? It's 1994. 13 years before iPhone even hit the market. But more importantly, take a look at that. Every task you might face on a day-to-day basis, designed to perfectly resemble real life. Need to send an email? Click the mailbox. Want to be up to speed on the latest news? Well, then walk down the street and visit your local news agency building. A real physical metaphor for every possible action. This is skeuomorphism and this is Magic Cap. Also made by the guys who used to work at Apple. At first glance you might think, wow, this probably hit the market like an avalanche. Well, they went bankrupt. Turns out no magic could save Magic Cap. No cap. And you will want to know why. First, the UI was too goofy. People who really needed a PC knew how to operate one. They didn't need a simulation of a desk to know how to send an email. If you target a tech-savvy, drug-fueled audience, don't try selling them a Happy Meal OS. 2. It only ran on PDAs. It's like a very cursed version of an iPad. Slow, huge, and the rest you can just tell by looking at it. For those who still don't get it, no one used them. Buying that at the time was like buying Juicero. Oh, you don't know what that is? Imagine dropping $500 on a smart juicer that can only squeeze juice out of prepackaged plastic bags. Needless to say, it was pretty pointless. Why would you drop a stack of cash on a plastic brick that would take 3 to 4 business days to open an app when a regular PC could do the same in just 1 to 2. Okay, back to the present. Past. Present in the past. Anyway, back to 2005. Tech is still ass, but barely enough to run simplest apps on a mobile device. And do you remember the part where the digital literacy at the time was lower than Ninja's viewer count nowadays? The market, well, it's dominated by Nokia and BlackBerry at the time. But these guys were so busy swimming in the pools of cash made from existing clients, they totally forgot to scale their product to bigger audiences. Make everyone think they need a cool phone, not just white collars. And here comes iPhone. Not only a new way of using the phone, but the interface is so easy to learn. Every possible thing you can do on your phone has an unmistakable and clearly visible physical metaphor. You want to take a picture? Here's the icon of a camera aperture. Want to turn off a particular setting? Take this light switch looking like button. And it was also so rewarding for the brain. Imagine you get a new phone and instead of reading mile-long manuals, you know what to do the moment you turn it on. You are now the tech god, a digital ninja surfing across the edge of human evolution. I remember people scrolling through settings on their phone just because how absurdly easy you could get a dopamine hit from doing even the most pointless actions. And this was before App Store. Long story short comes App Store, and now there's an app for everything you could possibly imagine. Notes, calorie trackers, dating apps, games. It was like playing real life with a cheat code menu. But everything comes at a price. In 2012, Apple dropped skeuomorphism. Enough digital enlightenment for peasants, they thought. Minimalism was now in charge, a design philosophy to make your next click even easier than before. Because there can be no obstacles between you and the next minute of content. Once in a while comes out a new app that makes you want to spend a bit more time on your screen. First it was Instagram, then Snapchat, and then TikTok, but there's one thing most people are missing out on. Sharing pictures on Instagram? People could do this on Facebook for ages. Short videos? Well, YouTube's been out for almost a decade now, even more. The only difference between them is there's always a way to make your brain fire more dopamine doing the exact same tasks. I kid you not, if I were to take your phone for a day, you'd be having mad withdrawals. That's because you're so used to effortless dopamine hits. TikTok's been around for almost 5 years now, and who can guarantee there's no app on the horizon that will make you spend even more time on your phone? Our attention has become so valuable we ourselves haven't noticed how the price changed from dollars to hours. Have you noticed how fast time flies every new year? Well, part of the reason is you, because there's now your time and there's screen time. Will we ever pursue a more human design? I don't know. Maybe it's human nature after all. But all this that we have, all the wonders and horrors of portable technology, is thanks to these guys, designers and visionaries who thought it would be silly cool to make you wander a digital office inside a glowing screen, while still chained to your real one.